Hey party people, it's me JiBron here, back again with another video. If this is your first time tuning in, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and welcome back to JiBron Unhinged. Alright y'all, I did not forget about y'all last week. I was kinda exhausted, I kinda needed a break. But guess what, we are back together like cousins. Like my cousins, that's besides the point. Alright, so y'all, once again, I was minding my business on Instagram, going to the Google schmoogle like I always do. And I gotta see people old enough to be my parents and a whole love rectangle. Now, here's the thing. I understand that marriages dissolve and they go away, but by no means, if I ever have a public breakup, please don't let me do this. Remy, Ma, and Papoose are currently having a social media battle for the H's. Now, why are people in their 40s sitting around acting like they're 22 and 24? I don't know, you gotta ask them. But let's go ahead and get down with the way down. Alright, so Remy Ma and Papoose, the former face of Black Love, are currently in a love rectangle, I guess, because Remy has her boyfriend, Easy the Block Captain, who's a battle rapper. And then Papoose has his boxer girlfriend, Clarissa Shields.
Actually, like to do this one.
But nobody's divorced. Anyway, Remy went on a 90-minute rant, or was it? No, it was an 80-minute rant on Instagram, pretty much saying that they need to quit talking about her.
That's like 18 minutes.
You're 40, like 3. No, you're 45 because the year's 2025. You and my mom are the same age. You're 45 and you're worried about people talking about you. I don't like to bring age into thing, but I feel like age is irrelevant. You're like 25 years older than me. That's something that I'm worried about if people are talking about me. Aren't you glad that someone's talking about you in general? Because nobody generally cares anything about you. Like the general public at large has pretty much forgotten you. Because after you got into your beef with Nicki Minaj, you won a BET award. We had the album with Fat Joe. And we haven't heard anything from you since. Newsflash, we don't care. Love and Hip Hop New York is canceled. You only have like 3 songs, and the 3 songs you have to have Fat Joe to perform in them. The general public at large does not care about you or your existence. Okay, I'm getting too far ahead. Okay. You may be asking, why are Remy Ma and Papoose getting divorced? Well, Papoose alleges infidelity on Remy's end. He even went as far as showing text messages where she was spending Christmas Day with him over their daughter. Yeah. I'm confused about a lot. And then Remy went on a whole rant calling Papoose pawn poo, saying that he pawned her Cartier bracelet for $64,000 to get her a gift. And then she said that her alleged push gift, the $94,000 Escalade that she got for having the baby, she said that she paid for. Well, Papoose claimed back and said, all of your hit songs, I wrote them. So that means Papoose wrote Sheether, All the Way Up, Lean Back, Conceited. What's that other song? Money Showers. Papoose, you really know how to write a good song. Even your friend Raw Ali say you're too aggressive, which if you were in a jail for 8 years around all those women, wouldn't you become a little aggressive too? I mean, she's never been the most feminine thing on the earth. I mean, Remy Ma could probably easily be my uncle, but that's not the point, okay? She's very in tune with her gangster side. How about that? Now keep in mind, y'all, I used to be a huge Remy Ma fan. I loved her. I was on the train until I realized that her biggest career move has been attacking Nicki Minaj, and we have not heard from you since. You wrote that song with Lil' Kim, Wake Me Up, which put me to sleep. You had that other song where you say, my friend over a band, imagine what I do to it, I cannot stand. You signed a $1 million record deal. I'm pretty sure the record label was mad at you because they did not get a return on their investment. You flop every time you go out. You've never been on a successful tour. Like your biggest career move today has been beefing with Nicki Minaj besides being on Lean Back with the Terror Squad in 2004. And newsflash, me and half the public were not even born yet.
Then
And you had the one line, I know R to the easy, M to the side, my all say breezy, the dog say fizz-eye, day to day, I'm in the 740 fizz-eye. Like, okay, that was cute. You by yourself, you don't have a hit, not one, by yourself. If it wasn't for Fat Joe, you wouldn't even be relevant. For the papoose, your pin game is not a safari pin game. Y'all went on this whole rant and rant to attack that poor woman, and now she married with her husband and her baby, and she probably looking at y'all crazy. Remy may have won the battle, but Nicki has won the war. And now you two 45-year-olds arguing on Instagram Live for free, I might add, and exposing each other. All because Clarissa Shields did an interview. And now you want to drag Papoose. Papoose, I don't know the man from Mechanic. He seems like a decent human being. I don't know him. She claims that he only has spent 16 hours the whole year with their daughter. I don't know if that's true or not. But from what I can tell, he seems like a pretty stand-up guy. I mean, he was stood by you like you're in jail for like 8 years or 6 or whatever it was. And you claim he cheated while he was in jail. What is the man supposed to do while you're locked up with all those women? Oh, and by the way, he alleged you're bisexual, which is believable. You were in jail with all those women for all those years. I mean, you probably want a little Hello Kitty. I mean, Remy, you don't scream dainty and delicate. You and Papoose probably have a pissing match. The man stood beside you and took care of your kids, and now you want to leave him. Cool, you are right to your opinion, but the way you're going about it, you look very sloppy. But then again, you did go to jail for doing something stupid. You went to jail over $1,000, $1,000, $1,000. When you're at your height of your career, $1,000, and you're signed to a regiment. I don't want to see somebody's mommy and daddy arguing on my timeline. Like, I just don't want to see it. Y'all are both wrong. We're in this love not even a triangle or rectangle. It's 4 people. Why aren't you raising your children? Why aren't you taking care of your kids? How about you try to get a kid? Because if in fact Papoose did write all your stuff, your last couple of songs or the last thing I heard with the band line, that was the wackest thing I've ever heard to date, period, by anybody. I'm pretty sure kindergartners still write a bit of mine than that. You look stupid and you look crazy. You're crashing out for 80 minutes on social media because your marriage is dissolving and people are talking about it. Should Clarissa be probably speaking about your marriage? No, but I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. You probably have said something to that lady. If you just shut your mouth and fight it out in court, we wouldn't even know about this. You're not getting any interviews by any major publications. You're doing all this for free. If I'm going to argue with someone, I'm going to get a check behind it. You're not even on Love and Hip Hop anymore. What are you doing for money? You pay for everything. Your last couple of years, your brain has been you and Papoo's relationship. What do you have without somebody? You cannot stand alone on your own 2 feet. At all. And you're like, it's 45. Your glory days of your career are over. You get a couple of hits, more than most people. You've gone platinum. You should be on a 2000s gangster rap tour. Because, I mean, you can't go on a tour by yourself. That's obvious. Everybody who you've argued with has surpassed you. Nicki Minaj didn't even go on a safari this bad. And she was younger than you. If this is how you want to look at 45, okay, you'll remind me never to be like you. Your life is just one big mess up that's all your fault. And now it sounds like you don't even want to take accountability for what you've done. You look pathetic. You look sorry. And you look borderline psychotic. You and your love rectangle need to go to therapy. I feel bad for your kids. Your daughter is young, but one day she's going to be able to go on the internet and get a phone and see her mama and her daddy acting a plum fool on social media behind a relationship that's over. First of all, how can you have a marriage in jail anyway? She probably had a wife in jail anyway. So I don't even understand how you could possibly have a marriage, but whatever. This is confusing. And everybody's like middle-aged. So Rissa, shut your mouth and go box some people. And do not fight that girl because she does not fight. She likes to bring weapons in the fight. So you might end up just like her friend. Anyway, I don't make the news. I just report it. In the Tory Lanez, the man said that he didn't do that to you on purpose. Too many convicted felons. Anyway, he said he didn't do it on purpose. He said that it was in self-defense. And you're good. So prayers up to you. But Remy, go right ahead. And then you need papoose to do that. Anyway, that's all the time that I have for you all here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and see you on the next video. Bye.